What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a beat for Post Malone's new album called Hollywood is Bleeding, and this is kind of like a more chill, down-tempo beat, and this is the first pattern. And the chords that it follows are as it goes from C minor 7, so, and then it goes to D flat or D sharp, and then F minor 7, and then it stays there. And then for the second half over here, I played out a diminished chord to bring it back to the C, just to give it a little bit more surprise at the second time it repeats, to not make it so boring. After I put that down, I spiced it up with like some effects, put some halftime, some EQ, and some retro color to just give it a bit more retro vibe, and this is what it sounds like. So after that, I opened up Arcade, which is like a cool VST that I've started using a lot lately, and I got this vocoder preset, and this is what some of the things sound like. So like something Daft Punk would do, but I put some background like vocal chops, added them in, and this is what that sounds like on its own. That really fills in the background and just gives it a lot more atmosphere. And for that, I put a lot of reverb on it, and just to put it more in the background. So after that, I decided to just add something in the background, like some percussive elements, and I put this drum loop in. And for this, it's a lot of it is EQ'd out. It's kind of like a telephone EQ, and also a lot of reverb, because these kind of beats, you just want to have a lot of things just, you know, sprinkled in everywhere, like panned out, reverbed out, so it's not like drastically in your face, but it adds a lot to the whole beat. This is what it sounds like without the effects. So after that, I thought when the chorus comes in, I want another melodic element to come in, so I opened up this bell from Atmosphere. It's kind of like a trap bell, but you can also use it in these kind of like chill beats. And I just followed the chord progression and ear candy in the background. With melodies like these, if you're having trouble kind of like making a melody that follows the chords, it's very simple. Just you can do like ghost channels, and for example, if I copy this pattern over, another key trick is you can just do Control-C over here and copy it, and then if I open up the bell over here and I copy it, and see we have ghost channels, and with that I can see that these notes line up with notes that are in the chord. So I have a C over here and I have a G, so that matches the chord, which you don't always have to do that, but if you're having trouble, you know, writing a melody on top of chords that follows it, you can do ghost channels like this, and it's much easier to just get a melody if you're having trouble just writing something. But so next I put in a sub, because I thought like an 808 would be too harsh or too much like a hard beat. So the sub kind of follows the root notes, but I did a bunch of slides, as you can see over here. these slides really add a lot to the bass line, because you don't want it to be too static with just going in the root note. So make sure to add some slides. And for the slides, since it's like in portamento mode, you gotta make sure that you're still holding on to the note when you put the other note on it. So if I'm holding another note, I can slide wherever I want to. And then after the slide, I decided to put in a snap. The snap is kind of like really reverby, because again, we're going for like an atmospheric vibe. Next, I put in a snare. And for the snare, this is kind of like a basic trap snare, but Post Malone likes using that, or like in his beats a lot of times have that kind of snare. For example, in Rockstar, it has like the Chief Keef snare, you know. Only real producers know that snare. But next, I put in like a coin sound. That's why it's literally called coin, but I used it as a perk. This coin sound really sounds cool. That's why I added it. So just don't be afraid to experiment. And then for the hi-hats, it's nothing too crazy, but I didn't go every step. I kind of did like rolls and then let it go out, just because you don't want it to be too basic. And yeah, I think the hi-hats really add a lot to the beat. It just gives it the final rhythm that it needs. But the open hats, of course, are a must. And for the open hats, I do this a lot, but let me show you guys what I did. For the open hat, put in a square over here, and that limits the note. So when I end it, it ends without decaying. So that's how you can do like cool rhythms like this, where it's, and that gives it really like a cool rhythm that you can't do without shortening it like that. And finally, I put in a kick. And for the kick, since we don't have an 808, we need a kick to hit very hard to just emphasize the bass frequencies that are lacking. That's why I made the kick punchy and like hit in a lot of spaces, compared to if I had a traditional 808, maybe I wouldn't do these many kicks in like 4 bars. And yeah, that's pretty much the full beat. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments, and also if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, because I'll have more videos out very soon. And make sure to go follow me on social media. The link is down below.